Congratulations on getting to the offer stage of your new purchase. So this is the part where you've decided this is the parcel of land that you and your family want, and now you have to craft an offer that's going to convince the seller that they should sell it to you. As much as that may sound a little bit strange, in the current climate of Texas real estate, that's exactly what happens. There are many times we'll take multiple offers on one piece of property, and how do you make sure your offer is the one the seller wants to take? Well, that's what we're here to talk about today. So price is obvious. At some point, if you're offering $5,000 under and the other competitive bids all come up $5, $10, $15,000 over, you're going to be the weakest in that. But there are some other ways that we can craft an offer that will get accepted, even if we're in a situation we can't put the highest dollar figure. And that's one of the things we're here to talk about today. So title is a big one. Whenever you purchase a property, there's going to be title insurance that comes with it. Many times the seller will pay for that, but they definitely don't have to. And so there's an opportunity there where you can reduce some complexity and pay for the title, still use the title company that the seller appreciates simply because there's a reason they use it. And it's probably not a title company you care about anyway. So that still helps make the offer strong by allowing the seller to use his own title company. Earnest money is another one that's easily overlooked. Most people are paying 1% as a earnest money check when they first sign the contract, but they don't have to. What does it say about a buyer that wants to put 10% or 20% down? Typically, your lender is going to require 20% anyways. And so in that situation, it's not that you're paying more money, you're just paying more money today to send a message to the seller that you not only want the property, but you have the money to back up that want. So pre-qualification is another one. With pre-qualification, obviously, you've got to go to a bank and they can tell you if you're qualified to even purchase the property you're looking at. But if you have a pre-qualification letter attached to the contract, obviously that shows that you have been approved by a bank already. What about if you have a pre-qualification letter that shows you're approved for twice the purchase price? That shows that there's less risk to the seller and is almost a guarantee that that sale will eventually close in 3 to 4 weeks, which is a big part of the offer process. The survey is another one. With the survey, we typically will have somebody come out, shoot the lines, and someone's got to pay for that. So there is, on all of our properties, an existing survey. And so if you're able to use the existing survey, that'll save both you money, the seller time, potentially the seller money, if you were going to try to get them to pay for it. Obviously, we wouldn't necessarily recommend that. But how about closing date? And closing date's another one that's easily overlooked. Just throw a date down and we're going to close. But what does it say about someone that wants to do 60 days versus 90 days? And then somebody comes in and says they'll close in 14. Not always can we do that, especially with bank financing, but if it's cash offer, I recommend no more than 2 to 3 weeks closing time. And if it's a finance offer, I wouldn't go any longer than 3 to 4 weeks at any time. So option period is another one that people have considered. And this is a little more common with a house that you would put down a couple $100 and then you've got 10 days to send your inspector out. He looks for termites and all the different things in your house. This is land. So what is the option period for? Are you going to take a core sample and send it to Bolivia to some lab? No, you're not. So at the end of the day, not having an option period makes the agreement stronger simply because at that point the offer can be accepted and it wouldn't be rescinded. So if you do need an offer period, I would suggest doing more than the customary couple $100. I would go $1,000, $2,000. That way the seller is taking that property off the market for a fixed period of time, but they're being compensated for it. Maybe that's enough, maybe it's not, and that's the idea. So outside the box is another option. So at this point, you can put whatever you like on there. I actually have a friend in Arizona that just took an offer for $500,000 on a $476,000 house. They had a 45-day lease back opportunity with the seller, and they threw in a 5-day cruise. And the offer was not accepted because there was better ones. So anything you can think of to add value to your offer is obviously great. So always remember that my main job, all I do is drive you around Texas real estate and help with the paperwork. So in any opportunity I can help with the paperwork, please reach out, call me, email me, whatever you can. I'm literally sitting around making videos all day if you don't. So I appreciate that opportunity. My number is 830-481-7092 and Kelly at tx-land is my email. Anyways, thanks, and let's get that offer accepted.